Good morning, third graders. For science today, we'll be discussing the three different types of rocks. I know we just finished a lesson on minerals, so now we're going to be talking about the three different types of rocks. Does anyone know anything about rocks that they'd like to share? Yep. Yeah. They're hard and they're round. Anyone else? Yep. You find them at the park, you find them at the beach. That's true. So, for this lesson, we're going to start by going through a PowerPoint so you can learn everything about the three types of rocks. First, we're going to introduce you to the three different types of rocks through a Nearpod with some examples. The objectives of this lesson are to engage in discussion about what we know about rocks, identify the three different types of rocks, utilize resources to visit these types of rocks through virtual reality, and create a PowerPoint to demonstrate our knowledge about these types of rocks. Okay, so using this resource, we're going to talk about three different types of rocks and be introduced to them. So in a second, you'll learn their names and some examples. So let's start. So our first rock type is igneous. And an example of that is obsidian, which forms when a current of lava cools quickly after a volcanic eruption. We also have pumice, which forms when hot gases are released during a more explosive volcanic eruption. So, what we know so far about igneous rocks is that both of these rocks seem to be formed through volcanic eruptions. So let's learn another rock. We have sedimentary rock. An example of that is limestone, which is formed when organic remains such as seashells and coral are compacted over time. We also have breccia, and it is formed from larger chunks of other rocks. And the gaps in between are filled with small minerals that act as cement. And our last rock for sedimentary is sandstone. I think they're probably formed from sand. So they're formed from compacted grains of sand. So I guess from what we've seen so far with these three for sedimentary is that they're all formed from the compaction of different types of rocks or different types of grains. And we have just one more. We have metamorphic rock. An example of that is slate, which is formed by the metamorphosis of shale or mudstone, and it's usually formed through the compression over time. We have marble, which is formed when limestone is subjected to intense heat and pressure. So I think for these two, for the metamorphic rocks, they seem to be formed when one rock is subjected to heat or pressure. Now that we know the three different types of rocks, igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic, we're going to be going on a virtual field trip. We're going to be visiting virtual landmarks and rock forms that are made out of these three different types of rocks, and we're going to be discussing their characteristics. So the first place we'll be going to visit a rock monument is in India, and we'll be visiting the Taj Mahal. And this is the Taj Mahal. It's a big cathedral. And it's made out of white marble, gray, red, and yellow sandstone. And sandstone, if we recall, is a sedimentary rock because it was in our Nearpod video. The second location we'll be visiting is the Tower of Pisa in Italy. This is what it looks like. And it's made out of marble, which is a metamorphic rock that was also in our Nearpod, limestone, which is sedimentary rock, and quartzite, which is a metamorphic rock. The third location we'll be visiting is the UK. We'll be visiting Stonehenge. And you can see it's located right here on the map. And this is what it looks like. And it's made out of dolerite, which is an igneous rock that we haven't heard of yet. And our last location is Mount Rushmore right here in the USA. It's located in South Dakota, and I think we all can recognize it. And it's made out of granite, which is igneous rock. So, now that we've visited some monuments and gotten more comfortable with rocks and what they're used to make, we're going to do a research project on our own monument man of rock, and we're going to create a PowerPoint with 4 slides with facts on each slide, and we're going to share it with the class. So you all can get out your Chromebooks, and when we're finished with our PowerPoint, we're going to share it with our peers.